Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is your host with the most, Avery LR32 here, and destroy the ever-living Enneacraft boo-boo stain off of that like and subscribe button as we climb even higher the 1700 ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I said maybe about a couple months ago that I was quitting competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, but man, this deck, Enneacraft, or as I like to call it, Minecraft, may just get me back into the game. Like, it's a really fun deck. Am I saying that it's going to be tier 0 or anything? No, absolutely not. I haven't really kept up even with like K9 and Yummy and all the BS that's been going on this format because I'm just waiting until we get a new ban list. But as something to mess around with and see if I can actually make it good, assuming that they aren't getting any new support that has yet to be revealed in Phantom Revenge, or that is going to come out in Doom of Dimensions that we just don't know about yet. I've done a lot with this deck, right? And I've been trying to experiment, and I know that I'm sure you're like scoffing at some of the card choices like Karma Cannon, Book of Eclipse, Ceasefire, and Lava Golem. It all makes sense, trust me. And I want to go through all that and kind of do a somewhat of a deep dive on this because there are things that a lot of people are missing about these cards that people are making mistakes about. Like, people think Ceasefire is an out to this when it's not an out to this deck. In fact, it only helps the deck. So we're going to go over all that. If you aren't familiar with the effects, I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over them. I did that in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that, go watch it. Shameless plug. But this deck is very constrained by a lot of the things that you kind of have to play as a 3 of, right? And that's because of the fact that all of the level 1 searchers, so the Orgia, the Alazone, the Tromari, the Oakiness, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce these names, but all these level 1s that you're seeing as 3 ofs, they pay 900 and then you reveal 3, so it can be 3 with the same name. But if there's a specific one that you want, you're going to have to reveal 3 copies. So say like 3 copies of the whale to get it into your hand. And they're not once per turns on their flip effects. So you have to play 3 so that, like, say, for example, you draw this one. You can activate, pay 900 to get this one, pay 900 to get, say, like this, or to get the field spell, and go from there, right? So let's just go ahead and dive on into it here. So right out of the gate, let's talk about the high levels. I really don't know the ratios on these. Everyone's saying you need to play 3 copies of Leon. I don't know about that, right? Right now we're on 2. There is the argument for 3. We're playing 3 of the Pixia. This card's not bad. Whenever the opponent activates a card effect that targets a card or cards you control, you can flip it face up, negate the effect, and then banish a random card from their hand face down. And then after it's flipped up while it's in the monster zone, your opponent cannot target cards on the field or in the graveyard with card effects. This is similar, but if the opponent uses a card effect that would destroy a card or cards in your field, you can flip this up, and then monsters and any craft spells you control cannot be destroyed by card effects for the rest of the turn. And then after it's been flipped face up, the opponent takes 900 damage each time a monster or monsters is sent to their grave. So it says after it was flipped, so I don't think it recognizes that it was flipped that turn if, like, say you flip it face down. Because something I've been wondering with this is, like, let's say you activate Ceasefire and this flips face up. Well, now it recognizes that it was flipped face up. Could Book of Eclipse flip this back down, and then it still recognizes being flipped face up this turn? So I'm not sure how that works. I don't think that the game state recognized that it was previously flipped face up. So do keep that in mind. So 2 copies of Leon, 1 Pixia, 1 of the Whale, and then 2 of the Scorpion. The Whale I'm really mixed on because it's an Omni Negate, right? But it's only an Omni Negate whenever they activate a card or effect on the field during your turn. So this really isn't going to be that good until usually like turn 2, or you're at most negating an imperm while you're trying to set up. I do like the fact that you can do, which is why we're playing this, you can go Ceasefire, flip this, then on a new chain, the Whale's going to activate and Book of Eclipse the opponent's board, and then they can't flip those monsters up. The point that I'm playing Ceasefire is because of the fact that, yes, these monsters are flips, right? And it says flip monsters effects are not activated at this time. But that's more for like a traditional flip effect. So something like Cyber Jar, Morphing Jar, things like that have a flip effect. These are flip monsters, but their effects that activate when they're flipped activate on a new chain. So like the example I gave with the Whale, activating Ceasefire and flipping up the Whale does not stop the Whale from Book of Eclipsing the board, because all of that happens on a new chain. It's not activate Ceasefire, flip this, oh, okay, you can't use the Whale. If this said in big capital letters flip, flip all your monsters, all the opponent's monsters face down, then yes, it wouldn't trigger. But these are after they've been flipped. Like, whenever the opponent adds a card from deck to hand and you want to use this stick thing, it will flip up. You'll search the Enneacraft card, and then on a new chain, you will use its effect to rip a card out of their hand. So, like, I was testing against Tenpai. I had one of these set with a Leon. I flipped this. He chained something. I chained the Leon, bounced his Dora to hand. He summoned out Genroku. And then when the chain resolved, I ended up using this on a new chain to rip the Dora out of his hand that I just bounced back. So keep that in mind, that this can play around things like Ceasefire. Light of Intervention is obviously really good against this deck, but if anyone's playing Light of Intervention against this deck, then they've got other problems, because honestly, this deck is kind of dog shit, at least right now. We're playing 3 Lava Golem because you don't use your normal summon. 3 of... I don't even know how the fuck to pronounce this, but 3 of a Searcher, 3 more of another Searcher, 3 of another Searcher, and 3 of this Pyramid Searcher. And you may be thinking, like, the searching is kind of redundant. It's really not, because you need to play 3 of everything so that you have an ability to search one of these to your hand, because you want as many different names as possible in your hand to set up as much of a diverse board of ideally 5-set monsters and win the game. And yes, this deck does usually get killed by Droll, and it gets killed by Evenly Match. I had a dude hit me with Evenly Match. He told me GG, I told him fuck you, and I rage quit. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous how bad this deck loses. Like, I'm really thinking of main decking Solemn Judgment. For the spells, we're playing 3 extra. You don't use your extra deck, because remember, if you want to special summon something face down, then for that turn, you cannot special summon except by special summoning and face down defense. So you're never going to be doing any sort of extra deck shenanigans. It's similar to Flu in that regard. So 3 extra, 1 terraforming, because even though you can easily get the field spell, 4 copies is better than 1, I feel. It may be redundant. This could be cuttable. 3 copies of Release, it just places 1 from the deck, and then if it's in the grave, you can banish it to get 1 from face-up extra deck to hand. 3 Book of Eclipse, this is disgusting. 3 of the field spell that caused the burn damage, 3 Karma Cannon, and then 3 Ceasefire. So the field spell is basically the linchpin of this, where if a monster or monsters is flipped face-up off of any of your Enneacrafts, they get a Synquisition counter. Now, if multiple monsters flip up at the same time, they're only going to get 1 counter. It doesn't start a chain. This, at each player's end phase, this will trigger to remove all counters, and the opponent takes 900 for each. So, like, something that people were messing around with was Gap the Divine Soldier, which this card's fucking garbage. Whatever OCG player said you can FTK with this was fucking trolling, because this is dog water. You have to play bad flips like Cyberjar and Small World just to hopefully get to this. And then you gotta hope to God that, like, they don't have Nibiru, or you gotta hope that, like, they don't negate this and you don't have the whale online. So it's really bad. Yeah, we're not even going to talk about that. But the field spell does burn damage. If you flip 1 up, or if it gets flipped by its effect, you can use this to either bounce it to your hand or put it in the pendulum zone. So there are some boards where I'll end with the field spell and have, like, say, 1 set up in the scale, because I know that most likely I'm going to flip up 1 during the opponent's turn and then place another 1 in the other scale. So I have both my scales set up. This can also bounce during your turn up to 2 monster cards. So whether they're in the scale or in the monster zone, you can bounce up to 2 to hand, and then you can just reset them. It's actually a really good way to use, say, like the whale multiple times, because the negate and flipping face down is not once per turn. Like, none of these are once per turns, other than, like, for their pendulum effects to search and the battle phase destruction with the high levels. But the biggest issue I have with this, Karma Cannon and Book of Eclipse are god cards. Book of Eclipse flipping everything up and then getting counters is really good. You don't care about the opponent drawing cards, because you're usually going to beat them within 2 turns by burn damage. But the issue I have is that you constantly feel like you're behind, and it doesn't really feel like that this deck is complicated. It just feels like it's more up to chance whether you're going to win the game. And so that's why I wonder maybe that there's going to be more support coming down the pipeline, because right now there's no normal summon in the deck. And so even if you cut the high levels out of this, right, you're still bare minimum engine-wise playing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 cards. You may be thinking, oh, well, Avery, you can cut down on the ratios. Why the fuck would you cut down on the ratios when, say, you want to get to this pyramid thing, you got to reveal 3 copies with one of your other searchers to get it guaranteed into your hand? And you may think, oh, well, you can reveal 2 and then 1 of this. Sure, I guess, but you want to have a diverse number of searchers, and you want to be searching as consistently as possible. There's maybe the argument to be made that you could play like 2 of each, because then you could just reveal 2 of one and 1 of the other. but I don't know. I feel like you got to be playing 3 of everything. At least that's what I'm seeing with all the builds. So I don't know. I'm really just cut apart on this. I can't even think of the word. I'm really torn. That's the word. I'm really torn on how this could be played effectively. And it's funny because, like, if you open multiples of these, you could just special summon 3 of them face down and summon something like the Wicked Avatar, and then the opponent can't play any spells or traps for 2 turns, and it has a built-in Moon Mirror Shield effect. Like, that's crazy, right? You could summon out Slifer the Sky Dragon turn 1 because you can just sack off 3 of these things. Like, there's a lot of interesting things that you could do with this. You could special summon 1 and face down defense and tribute it for a Vanity's Fiend or a Majesty's Fiend. Like, you could do that. You wouldn't be able to special summon any others, but, like, I don't think you really care at that point. So I'm really torn on how I want to do this. The extra deck doesn't matter. You're never going to be using it because you're going to be locked out of it. Again, evenly kills this deck, but that's more something game 2 or 3 that you're going to have to worry about. Yeah, I'm really torn. I don't know how many of the high levels I want to play. I feel like that this is a good starting point. I did lavas instead of sphere modes because I feel like these would go off more against shit like K9, Yummy, whatever the fuck those decks are doing. I keep going up against scrub players playing the go, 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 do shit, and they just blow me out of the water. So I'm like, yeah, this format's fun. But I'm easing my toes back into competitive play, ladies and gentlemen. I'm easing on back in, seeing if maybe this fun deck can actually compete. So who knows? Maybe I'm testing this too early. Maybe we're going to get more support down the line. Right now, I think it's kind of dog shit. Please don't recommend the FTK. The FTK is dog water. Like, I'll take the free win, I guess, but it's not good. And I've tried everything to make it consistent, and it's bad. It's really bad. You're better off just trying to burn them in 2 turns than trying to burn them in 1. So, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know how we can hopefully make this better. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.